Got it.
Yeah, the class timing is 7:15, right? As I said, please join at 7:15, right? Tomorrow onwards. I have another batch, so it might get little delayed. So it's better to join at 7:15. And Govardhan, so I have seen your email. I'll be forwarding you the link. Today there is no class because it is US timing, right? So it will be
Okay.
tomorrow. Yeah. So for us, it is Tuesday to Saturday.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So tomorrow there is class 6 a.m. So you can join. I'll share the link with you.
Yeah. Can you please also share like the previous videos so that I mean, catch it up?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, I will add you to the drive.
So I'm talking to Durga Soft with like a different WhatsApp ID. I don't know, like they don't understand my wording or I feel like
Mhm.
something weird, but yeah. So I'm trying to convey like I want to attend the previous class and I need a link for it. I never get it. I repeated around 5, 10 times, like, but I think they didn't understand my point at all. So I was confused. I think you better explain them or say something so that they
Yeah,
can share
sure,
the
sure.
link.
I will update DurgaSoft, and anyway, I will be sharing with you the
Great, thank you.
uh, link. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just to confirm, Sasmitha, when you guys discussing about the demo classes or the recordings of the previous class on Spanish,
No, no, it
because
is
I was
he's asking about previous videos. Like he'll be joining 6 a.m., right? So few classes already I have taken. So for those
okay.
classes, Govardhan is asking recording. This batch is fresh, so nothing has been done. So I think today onwards, we're going to start, right?
Yeah, because I was asking the subclass about the access to the previous batches if it's possible, because I'm okay to spend more than an hour in a day and try to learn with advanced make that for a particular day. So that is why I was asking, but I'm not sure whether that is possible or not.
Oh yeah, yeah. If your enrollment is confirmed, you can get previous batch
I'm done.
recording if you want. Yeah.
I'm done, but I don't know whom to ask. That's where the problem is.
Okay, I will give you. Okay. I remember Govardhan and you, right? But content is exactly same.
Yeah,
Just
that could
like
be
give the recording in a
yes.
little advance. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Okay.
way it will be helpful for me to spend more time on in fasting.
Sure. Yeah. So if you want, I can add you. Right?
Yeah. And also, if you have a couple of minutes of time, few quick questions. I hope definitely this impact everybody. The first one is the 170 videos for Python. I don't know, just to understand what I should. The only in specific, I know you already covered few topics. Is it okay to cover only those topics, or do we really need to cover whole 170 videos?
No, no, I'm not getting. Can you repeat?
No, you said we will get an access to core Python 170 videos per lesson, right? As
Yes.
a company.
So core Python access you're asking, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that is with Durga sir. So once the whole institute has to share the email ID with sir so that he can add you. If you have not received, maybe you will be receiving very soon within 1 or 2 days. I'll again update institute to give you access, right? So that is around 170 hours of video related to Python. So every topic is there, core, advanced, everything is there actually. So starting with how to install Python to a level, what is decorator, generator, everything is there. So all of you, you will get it. Maybe within 1 or 2 days, you will get access, right?
Okay. And then the projects that we, because I have been going through some of your previous videos, I found the project, there is a difference in terms of projects. Some of the projects that you covered in previous batches versus now. So will there be a change in projects from batch to batch, or will it be same?
No, no, no. It's not like because it is very recently I have added, right? So it will continue for some. at least 1 quarter, right? And after that, maybe I'll change the projects. So it's just started this January, the MLOPS first batch. Prior to that, it was different content. So the content itself is new. So I think the projects are same. Maybe I will change it after a few time, right?
Because I
One
was looking
project.
at target marketing project. Sorry to disturb. I was just I found target marketing project which is not in our curriculum. That's right.
Target marketing, I have not given them. It is a customer specific project, different.
Uh,
So I will explain the projects also if you want what all are the projects, right? I'll share that as well with
yeah,
everyone.
maybe if you can get an access to this project card, exactly that should design all these things.
Yeah, that also is fine. Like current batch
Yeah,
recording also you can take. Yeah.
sure, sure.
Yes, Ankar, you have any question? You have raised
Hi,
your hand. Yeah.
hi, Sasmitha. Yeah, I have one question. After this class, I'm going to confirm my registration, but I'm also planning to join in the 6 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock because it's 7 o'clock means here 1 hour added here 10 o'clock, almost 10 o'clock night. So
Hmm.
we are two, three people, right? After videos, if we want to catch up any important classes, will you able to catch up classes for these 3 or 4 people that we are joining in that morning class, or only you will provide the videos?
See, in the morning class, if you're asking me what has been
Whatever
covered,
the whatever the
yeah,
already.
so Python has been covered, right? Nothing else. So core concepts like you should not miss if you're planning to join 6 a.m. You should not miss any class from tomorrow onwards because one class also if you miss, this is the real content that I'm going to start tomorrow onwards. That is statistics, machine learning, and all that. This is very important. So you continue that. And Python, initially what you can do is you can join here also, right? For a few days
Oh,
if you really
oh,
want live class. So your content will be, I mean, very fast. It can finish. So if the second thing is, if you really don't want to join live, you can take recordings. Go with the recordings. And if you have any topics which you really want to repeat, I will tell you in this 7 a.m. I'll tell you on which date you can attend, and you can attend live. You can clarify all your doubts. In fact, we will have a WhatsApp group also. You can ask, I can answer. But
okay.
what I'm thinking is, yeah, the videos are very clear and it's just pandas
Yeah,
and plotly, two topics. Yeah.
yeah. Videos are good, I think enough. But if in case we need to clarify anything, you are available, right? And
Yes, yes.
if we want to attend in here also, whatever the missing classes, if we want here also, we can cover here this section also, right?
Exactly. Yes. Why not? So you can attend. So back to
Oh,
back, right? Once you complete that, you can join
oh,
here. You can skip a few topics which you are understood. And let's say you could not understand plotly, but you understood pandas. So you
yeah.
can skip pandas classes here. And when plotly in the WhatsApp group, you can ask, I will tell you the date you can join for the
Oh,
plotly class live.
okay.
And you can ask all doubts, right?
Okay, sure. Thanks.
Okay. So I think in the last class we have not done anything, just installed Python and I have shared with everyone Jupyter Notebook tutorial, right? So it's very important because most of the time when we use cloud, right, the IDE will be this Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Lab, which has Jupyter Notebook in it. So why this is popular, I already told you in the last class. It is a very special ID which supports Markdown and it is very good for hit and trial. Let's say you want to understand somebody else's code. You joined the organization today and somebody, let's say your manager told you to fix some bug or maintenance work. So first you need to understand somebody else's code, then only you can add or contribute. So in those cases, I really feel VS Code is not that great because the way you will I mean, VS Code is great, obviously, but for everything, but for debugging or basically understanding the code line by line, I think this Jupyter is good. When you're creating some project, you will do a lot of hit and trial, right? It's not like from first day you will write your final code. So that time also this Jupyter is good. So any testing you are doing, this is good. When you take your final code, I think VS Code is good. Testing means why it is good, immediately you can see the results below the cell, right? So you write your line and then see your result. Write your line, see your result. So that way it is really good. So what we're going to do today is, as I said, core Python. I am just uh, expecting everyone to go from Durga sir's recording. So when I'm saying core Python, these all are the topics. This is what I meant, right? So variable, and then we have this function, and then we have this loops. In loops, we have topics like while, for, if, else, right? And then we have, right? And then we have this, so it is if, else, while, and for loop, right? And then we have this data structure. In data structure, we have a list, tuple, set, dictionary, and string. Okay. I will upload all of these videos today in your drive once it is created. And you can please go through the recordings from my batch or Durga sir's batch. My batch, it is to the point. Durga sir's, it is very much elaborative way. So how you feel, you can go ahead. But these are the topics in Core Python. So what I am going to do today is quickly I will take you through this because I'm expecting you to go through the recordings, but I don't want you to feel like disconnected. So I'll give you a brief so that it will help you to you will feel like you will feel comfortable when you will go through the recordings, right? Quickly, we will cover these topics. So first of all, what is Python and why it is popular? Python is very popular because it is object oriented, and second thing is easy to understand. That's the main reason. So it's very, very easy language. And I mean, coming from Java, C++ background, you will feel like Python is very easy to code, and especially for data analytics work, right? Especially for machine learning, deep learning related algorithm, machine learning, which is full of math. You have lot of library support. Very quickly, you are going to understand what do you mean by library. So there are a lot of libraries which are built on Python, and using those, it makes our life easy, right? No need to write maths from scratch. You have just functions, you call it and use it. You want to check whether a number is palindrome or not. If you want to write the logic, it will take 15 minutes. Already the logic is there. You call the function and use it. It will take 1 minute. So that's why Python is very popular because of library support, especially for data analysis, right? Now, what is a variable? Variable is a very unique, like it's always there in every language. So the variable is a container or storage where we can store values, right? In Python, a special property is dynamically typed. Dynamically typed means what? If I'm writing, let's say, variable 1 equals to 6. So what do you mean by this? So the variable 1 equals to 6 is 6, the number has been assigned to variable 1. The number 6 has been assigned to variable 1. And in Python, I'm not writing the type. When I'm assigning values, I'm not writing type. Type means what? Int of variable, float of variable. Like that, I'm not writing, right? This is called dynamically typed. Means what? You just write the name and the value. Based on the value that you're assigning, interpreter will automatically understand the type. The user no need to define the types, right? For example, if I just type variable type of variable 1, you can see this integer type. Why? Because I have assigned an integer to it. Now, if I assign a float to it, and then if again I will run it, you will see the type is float. If I will assign a string to it, and if I again run it, you can see the type is string. So whatever you're assigning, based on that, you can see the type is also changing, right? So this property is called dynamically typed, right? This property is called dynamically typed. Okay, now what is the second thing, right? How to take input from keyboard. Input from keyboard means what? When you're when you're playing some games, you will see press 0 to go to the next level, press 1 to go back, press 2 to do something, right? So you're pressing something and then the action, whatever you're pressing based on that, something is happening. So in that case, you can understand the input function is there in Python, which will help the user to take input from the keyboard. How to do that? So we have input function and then within bracket, whatever message you want to give, right? You can write enter a number. So when I will execute it, how to execute? This is the run button or shortcut is shift enter, right? You can click on this run and it will execute, right? Now you can see I am here. I can enter any number, right? I can enter any number. For example, I just want to enter 56 or 67 and enter. So you can see it is coming in a code format. So what do you mean by this? Doesn't matter what you are entering from your keyboard, whether it is a number or a text or whatever. Input method always will consider it as a string. Let me repeat. Input method. Give me 1 minute. So whatever you're entering from the input method will think it as a string, right? So what we can do is we can actually convert it to integer, right? So how to do type conversion? So we understood here variable, but from one type, if you want to convert to another type, this variable is a float. I want to, or it is a string. What is a string in Python? Anything you're writing within quotes, single quote or double quote is a string, right? I want to convert it to integer. So I will write int of this, okay? Int of this. And if I just run this, right? So sometimes, okay, sorry. This is the variable. So variable 1, int of variable 1. So I can write int of variable 1. If it is compatible, it will change. If it is not compatible, you cannot change. So here it is not compatible, so we cannot change, but can we change it to float? Yes. So I'll just write variable 1 equals to 6.6 and float of variable 1. And you can see it has been converted to float. Let's say this float I am assigning to something. Let's say it is variable 2. So what is variable 2? Variable 2 is float of this, right? So 6.6. So what is variable 2? I have converted variable 1, which was a string. And this is my variable 2. I want to convert it to integer. So I'll write int of this, right? If it is compatible, it will convert. Otherwise, no. So 6.6 has been converted to 6. So how to do type conversion? So you just need to write to what you want to change. To float means you write float. To integer, you write integer. To what you want to change, you just write before it and it will get converted to that, right? So this is type conversion. So now here, if I just want to, let's say this is my variable 3, which is holding the value. Let me repeat. I'm just running it. I'm entering 56, enter. And obviously variable 3 will be a string because whatever you're taking input, it should be in a string format. But I don't want this. I want to convert it to integer because it's a number. Here I will write int of this. So this is how I can change my input, right? This is how I can, right? And then if you look at the 78, it's not a string, it's an integer. Why? Because I have converted it to integer, right? So far what we have studied, so we understood how to take input from keyboard and what is variable, right? Very simple concepts. Okay, what is function? Function is a very important, I think in all languages you must have used function. So function has two parts in it. One is function definition and function call. So what do you mean by function definition? So function definition means the logic you're defining. What you're defining the logic. Whatever you want to do, you will write the logic inside the definition. And what is function call? Function call means after you define the function, you can call it n times. N times you can call. Whenever you need it, you just call it. Okay, what is the purpose of function? Function is useful for code reusability. Okay. Some logic you are repeating multiple times, then instead of you or anyone repeating the same logic, you can define it within a function definition, and whoever wants, they just need to call it. They no need to define it from scratch. For example, let's say linear regression algorithm or binary sort algorithm in sorting, right? You must have studied about binary sort. Either you write or I write or anyone write. The logic of binary sort is same. Now let's say in your team, 5 or 6 people are there and they're working in a project. So you have written binary sort, I have written binary sort. So in the same code, 6 time binary sort algorithm has been repeated from scratch. So it's called code reusability. So what you can do is you create a function where you will define the logic for binary sort in the definition, and you keep it. Whoever wants to implement binary sort, instead of writing from scratch, they can call the function and use it. That's the objective. Code reusability is the objective, right, of function. Why we are writing function? For code reusability, we are writing functions. Okay, how to define a function? So for defining function, we have this definition followed by the function name. Um, let's say a very simple function, sum number. So we are just summing the numbers. We're getting two inputs, let's say A and B, and we are returning the sum of the inputs, right? A plus B. So whatever I have written is a function in Python. So how to define a function in Python? Let me repeat. DEF keyword, definition, DEF keyword, followed by the name of the function. And in bracket, you will write the parameters. You can have 2 parameters, 5 parameters, no parameters. Parameters are input to the function. What the function should take as input. All of those things you will write here. And after that, you can just write the logic. So definition, some numbers, and then whatever you want to do, you can do, right? So this is the, and one more thing. In Python, indentation is very important. What do you mean by indentation? So you can see when I am writing, right? This is the header, and colon, and then enter. When I'm pressing enter, you can see automatically some space I'm leaving. This is called indentation. So when you're using IDE, it has been automatically taken care, but otherwise it will be an error. So make sure you're giving proper space. What do you mean by that? If I don't give any space and if I just write return here, it will be an error in Python. Python, we don't have curly braces. So space is like mandatory. Indentation matters. See, you will get indentation error, right? So when you write this colon, when you're starting any block, just below it, you should give some space and then you write. I'll take some doubts, right? If you have any question, you can ask. I think, Sankar, you have any doubt?
Oh no, that is my old line.
Your
Sorry.
hand is raised. Yeah,
No, that is my old line. Sorry.
got it. Others, are you getting?
Yeah, good.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So we have this definition of this function. So any function definition starts with the DEF keyword, followed by the name of the function and then the parameters, and then the logic, whatever you want to do, right? I have defined this function. Now I want to call it. I just want to add 2 numbers. Let's say some number and 78, 67, right? If I just execute it, you can see 145. So 78 plus 67. So this is 145 total, right? Okay, so like this, I can call I can call the function, and whatever I'm getting, it will just add the 2 numbers and it will give me the output.
So, so overloading would be supported. I'm thinking like overloading would be supported, but not overriding, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And one more thing. So so there are two types of function. One is user defined and one is like built in, right? So built in means what? There are a lot of functions. As I said, Python is very popular for libraries. What do you mean by library? Library means it's a class, right? Basically, we have in a class, we have functions, methods, and attributes already defined. So when we are using instantiating that class, we are using the methods present in that class. So we are not defining those methods. Already it is defined inside the class. For example, pandas. Pandas is a library. What do you mean by that? So it has a class where lot of methods are already defined. Now, let's say I want to use any of the method, I need to instantiate and then I can call the methods and use. That is called function call, right? And that is called built-in methods. Built-in means what? With the library, all the methods are also defined. In native Python also, we have some method. I'll give you an example. Let's say this print method can be used to print anything in the console. Let's say I'm just printing hello Python. So in this case, this print method is printing hello Python and I have not defined print, right? I have used it, but I have not defined it. This is a built-in method already defined in the Python. When you installed Python, all the things, this is native to Python, right? So it is already defined inside Python, but I am just calling it and using it, right? So this is called built-in. And user-defined means what? User-defined means you have defined it. User has defined it. Some number is my function. I have defined it. So that's the user-defined function, right? And one thing you need to know how to take help because you have hundreds of functions available in Python library. So how to take help? Literally, you cannot remember everything. So there are two ways how to take help. One is help function, and within help function you can call the method, and you just run, and you will see all the related help. Like what is the signature? So these are the signature. What this method will do, right? So this is basically help. There is another way also. This is number one. Number two is help and the function name. Otherwise, you just write the function name and question, hit enter or execute. In the sense run button, right? You can see signature. So this is the signature and then we have docstring, all of these things, right? Prints the value to a stream and all that, right? Okay, so how to take help? Just a question mark. Function name and question mark and you will get all the detail. I again want to repeat. So if you just run it, you will see that signature and docstring. So what is docstring? For a function, docstring is the description of that function. So we'll tell you what that function is doing. So for all the built-in methods, all the built-in function, if you want to take help, you can just write question mark and you can see the docstring, right?
And Sasmitha, we written a function, right? And if
Yeah.
we closed this browser, is anywhere is storing? If you want to recall that function or whatever we written, where it is exactly saving?
I did not get it. So are you asking where it is storing?
Yeah, no, saving. We written a function, right? Sum of two digit. We written a function,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And I closed this browser, right? And if I come back tomorrow, uh, is, is
Okay.
is my method function or a method whatever I written where it is saving?
Oh, got it. So Jupyter is taking memory. So your memory. So if you are like it is a short memory. So tomorrow if you come, everything you have to rerun. It will not hold it for a long time. It will after some time it will go. So refresh. So you need to rerun. So there is option here. So I have shared with you 1 hour video of Jupyter. Please go through it. And each time, each day you are so I have seen that many times people wherever they left, let's say they have executed half of the code and they just uh, they just went for a vacation. So when they are back, so let's say 21 till 21 number I have executed and they started executing 22 and they will get error because it will not hold it. It's a short memory, right? So you have to refresh. Each time you're executing, if there is a link, you have to start from scratch, like running. And there are options. If you come here, how you want to execute, run all. Somewhere it is there. So you can take help also in shortcut methods you can remember. If you don't want to use the steps, there are shortcuts. How to add a new cell, how to delete a cell, how to save, how to checkpoint, how to delete whole line, how to undo, go to start, go to next, go to end. A lot of things are there. You please go through the recordings. But yes, I got your question. So your question is, you got your answer, right? So it is in memory and it will short memory. So it's not like maybe cache or something it is storing and after some time it will go. So you need to rerun from starting, right? Okay. Now, if you want to add something like this to your function, what you can do? Like what? Docstring. So docstring, you will get it for built-in functions. But if you want to add it for your function, you can do it by just writing in the first line of your function, the first line of your function. Here you can write 3 quotation. Okay, in your first line of your function, 3 quotation, and within which you can write the text. So let's say this function will add 2 numbers. Right? So this is the text I want to display whenever somebody wants to take help for my function, which is my defined by me. So my user defined function, some number, they can always remember this should be the first line. Okay, this should be the first line. You cannot write it in second, third, fourth. It will not work. Right? So what I'm trying to do here is I'm adding doc string to my function. Why? Anyone wants to take help, they can simply write question mark and this message will be printed. It is always the first line of my function definition. Okay. If I just execute and let's say you don't know what is some number, if you want to take help, you just execute, you will see the same message. This function will add 2 numbers, docstring. Right? So this is sometimes helpful for others to understand about your function. Okay. So, yeah. So you understood about function and variable, very important. You need to understand about loops, right? So the first loop is if else loop. You have already used if else in other programming languages. Concept is same, logic is same, but the syntax is little different here. If else is conditional statement. So whenever you want to check any condition and based on that you want to perform something, you will be using if else. For example, I have a variable. Let's take a very simple example. I'm checking if 5 is greater than 4, right? The syntax is if followed by a condition. Any block. Block means it can be if block, while block, for block, function block. Any block you're starting, you have to write a colon and then you have to give some space, right? So if 5 is greater than 4, this is the condition. And based on this, what I'm trying to do, I am just, if 5 is greater than 4, let's say I'm just printing I am in if, right? So this is the output. So if 5 is greater than 4, I'm just printing I am in if. So you can see I'm executing and I'm getting my output. Doesn't matter your condition is true or false. Always remember in if, the condition will be checked only one time. Only one time. True, execute, false, come out. True, execute, false, come out. Only one time you will check. Let's say if I have one more code, let's say else or elif. If you want to check one more condition, the syntax is not else if, it is elif. Okay? Elif 6 is greater than 2. So then you print I am in elif. Who can tell me what will be the output of this code? Any guesses? What will be the output?
It will
Only first
always be
sentence will be
only
Should
first will be
first.
executed, ma'am. I am in if.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other answer? No, right? Yes. So that's correct. Yeah, Govardhan, you want to say something?
no, like so is like in general, like if it is other thing, like it will check each condition. So
Yes. So it will see. The thing is, you might have lot of elif. Let's say you have one if and 10 elifs. The concept here is it will not check anything. Wherever in any block, you just understand if equals to true. Wherever it is true, it will execute and come out. It will not even look into any other block. For example, here, 5 is greater than 4, it is true, so it will execute this and come out. It will not look at any of the elif. But let's say if it is false, let's say it is 3. So if the if condition is false, then only it will look into the next condition. And it is true, it will execute and come out. Let's say I have one more elif. Down, I have one more elif. And 7 is greater than 2. And then I'm printing I am in second elif. So here what will happen? So first it will check the if false. So it will check the second L if true. It will execute and come out. It will not look into anything else. Wherever it will find true, it will execute that block and come out. So the output will be I am in elif. Even though the third condition is true, even if the third condition is true, it will not get executed because it will not even look into this. So it will look here, true, execute, come out. False means it will go to the next. True means execute, come out. Everyone is clear about else and if loop logic. What you will do? Check condition, true, execute, come out. Right? False, check the next condition. Only one time you will check. True, execute, false, check the next condition. True, execute, false, check the next condition. Nothing is true, come out. But if it is true, execute that block and come out. Doesn't matter. The below blocks might have true conditions, but you will not execute. Wherever it is true, you will execute and come out. Right? So that is your if. And else is the last block. When nothing is true, finally the else will be executed. When else will be executed? When none of the conditions are true, then when nothing is true, I will execute. Okay. So it will check all the condition one by one. Nothing is true, then only else will get executed. Anything is true, then only that block will be executed and it will come out of the loop. And syntax is not else if. In other languages, it is else if, but here in Python, it is L if. Logic is same, but syntax is little different. Okay. So
so
you
is
will
the case
use,
sensitive
yeah.
like it matters here, like uppercase, lowercase, anything is fine, or like I thought of asking before. Yeah. The keywords, like the is it case sensitive or like irrespective? Can I use if all caps are like if all small?
No, it is case sensitive. Python is case sensitive. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we have this if else loop and we have our for loop and while loop. But because it is first class, I just want to be little like maybe little slow. We will go and 45 minutes will connect. Just waiting for everyone to confirm your enrollment. But anyways, any doubt in this particular case, right? So it's just a revision, what we have seen, right? You can get same concept, but in a little elaborative way. So the concepts are this much only. You can see a lot of examples, but the concept, if you're asking, this is this much only, right? Just give me 1 minute. I'm getting a very urgent call. I have to pick it up. I'll be, yeah. Any other questions with
Ma'am,
this? We
can you
understood
go,
about.
ma'am, can you go a little bit down to the function declaration alone?
Yeah, sure. Function declaration, yes.
Ma'am, why am I
Uh,
not able to assign a variable to some underscore number?
oh, this is a function help. This you're asking?
No, I said variable equal to some underscore number and I passed the arguments. It says I should be able to assign the output of a function into a variable, right, ma'am?
Okay. So you need to call the function with the parameters. Give me 1 minute. I'll be back. Okay. Can you please wait for 2 minutes? I'll be back. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Of some of number. This function will have to. Okay.
Yeah, we can assign third variable also. Just I tried. Whoever asked that question, we can store it that sum of whatever we are calling the function, sum of two numbers, you can assign into third variable.
We just said variable something equal to some underscore
Yeah,
number, right?
where one a equal to sum of whatever the number you given that function. Where one a, and you can print where one a to give the result.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Hey everyone, sorry, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you're asking about this, right? So this is a function which we have defined. And yeah, so when you call a function, right, you just need to write the name of the function and then the parameter. So in this case, the function is taking two parameters, a comma b. So you can write any two parameters, right? So a will be replaced with 78, b will be replaced with 90, right? And it will execute the logic and it will return a plus b. So
Yes.
what you were asking, I think, is,
No,
is
no, no,
it
I'm
clear?
I'm good, ma'am. I'm good actually. I was just trying to assign it to a variable and print it. Yeah, it is fine, ma'am. It is fine.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So I think what we understood from this particular class is what is variable. Variable is basically it's dynamically typed in Python, very important property. Dynamically typed means you are not defining the type of the variable. It's automatically taken by the interpreter based on what value you are assigning, right? We also understood type conversion, one type to another type. Just write to what you want to convert and it will be converted to that if it is compatible. Input function will help you to take input from keyboard. We also understood about function. So two parts, function logic and function definition and function call. We also discussed about how to take help. Any function, just write a question mark to take help. If else, we understood if else. So if followed by a condition, and you can have multiple elif conditions, and then finally else, right? And yeah, so this is uh, all about this. And tomorrow when you connect, we will discuss about while loop, for loop, and data structure. We'll start, right? Uh, After today's class, I think a few of you like Govardhan and Bala, you want to join 6 a.m. So I will be, okay, you can note down my number because I believe all of you are already enrolled. So you can take my number and you can message me there. I'll add you to the 6 a.m. WhatsApp group and also share with everyone the link, right?
Ma'am, is it 6 a.m. or 7 a.m.?
No, no, this batch is 7 a.m. So they are looking for, they already know Python. So they are looking for, they are joining both the batches. So 6 a.m. there is one more batch. Already core Python pandas are completed and Plotly is completed there. So basically the Python part has been completed. Tomorrow
Okay.
onwards, we are starting with machine learning concepts, right? So
Ma'am, but
for
yeah, but I can start the 7 a.m., right? Uh,
yeah, yeah, 7 a.m. will continue as it is.
okay, ma'am.
So yeah.
Ma'am, I
Okay.
asked for that Google Drive also. Like once
Yeah.
all the enrollment is there, we'll get access to the Google Drive, right?
Yeah. So it will happen everything, I think today. I will talk to organizer. They'll create Google Drive. You have my number, everyone. You can message me. I'll add you to the WhatsApp group. And once the drive is created, I think materials and everything I will upload. Today onwards, all the class recording also you will get in the drive, right?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, we can message you, right? For this one.
Yeah, yeah, you can message me. I will add you to the group. I
Okay.
have also need to create the 7 a.m. group, morning group, and I'll add everyone there.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. So let's connect tomorrow. We will continue from here, right?
It's from 7:15, right?
Yes, 7:15. So everyone please join at 7:15 because I have back-to-back class. So 6 to 7 batch. Sometime it extended, right? Like if someone is asking some doubt, I like now let's say it is 8. So it 8:10. So if you ask me one doubt, I cannot immediately stop you in between. So it 15 minutes buffer I'm keeping. So 7:15 if you join, so we can start. No need to wait, right? Immediately we can start. So the
Okay.
timing is 7:15 to 8:15. Okay. And if you all are okay, we can actually include one weekend. That's what I'm planning because weekend we have a lot of time. And I mean, we can make it like Tuesday to Saturday. Monday you can have a break and Saturday we can extend because most of you have no office in Saturday. So instead of 1 hour, we can have 2 hours on Saturdays and Monday you will get a break. I mean, as you say, I'm okay. But if you're continuing same thing, Monday to Friday, I'm okay. Otherwise, Tuesday to Saturday also, I'm okay. Sunday, Monday, you will get break. Saturday also will break only because I mean, you don't have office, so you can practice all of the concepts. You
What
also
time
need
on
time to
Saturday,
practice.
ma'am?
Same time, 7 to
Yeah,
8:30
that's
maybe.
fine. That's fine,
Yeah,
ma'am. Yeah.
yeah. So maybe we can do that next week onwards. I think if you all are okay, because Saturdays we can keep it a little relaxed. So we will continue with our class, but if you have any doubt or anything, you can ask and I can explain. And if required, we can extend it also, right? 7 to 8:30, 1.5 hour on Saturdays, and Monday you can take a break. Uh, right. So Actually, you're getting 3 days. Saturday, whole day you are getting, morning only there is class, right? So whole day you will practice. Tuesday, Sunday anyway you will practice, and Monday also you will practice. You also need time to practice uh, things so that you can ask questions. All are okay with this, like Tuesday to Saturday. Also, I will get Monday as free. My weekdays are very occupied. So I'll get Monday as free. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, ma'am, I'm okay, ma'am.
Yeah, I think that is good because you'll also get Mondays free. Monday is like little after weekend, Monday is productive day, right? So you can start, go to office, all of these things. Saturday, you can anyway just join morning 1.5 hours. So Saturday also you are free. If you have some plan, you can go somewhere. It will be over by 8:30 morning. And you will get 3 days to practice, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, right?
Yes,
Okay, so we'll continue with this. Tuesday to Saturday will be the timing, okay? And why I'm keeping Saturday, not now, but later when we start machine learning project, I'm planning one Saturday, you tell me a date in entire this 2.5 months, one Saturday for all like 6 a.m. and my night 9:30 and morning, I'm going to merge everyone in one batch. And what we're trying to do is one project end to end we will do. It's like a hackathon or workshop. You have to give me 3 to 4 hours at a stretch. If you think you cannot do, just take the recordings and you can do it at your own time. But it will be good if you join. That is how the coding test will be, right? In the interviews. So once you know one or two projects in the class, so I will give you a completely new data set, like a coding test to everyone. Then and there, I will give you no prior information, just a data set you will get. And within 3 hours, you need to complete the complete project. And you will be able to do it because 99% of the code you will reuse from the previous project. Very similar project I will give, right? Whatever we have done, let's say regression project we have solved, very similar project I will give you so that you can repeat the concepts. I will be just on mute. You will be doing it 3 hours and then we will discuss maybe 30 minutes. I'll explain you the solution and I'll explain you the steps. So that will give you a lot of confidence. And nowadays we have ChatGPT, you have code help. So I don't think you need to write everything from scratch like we used to write before, right? Just need to know the steps, what all things you need to do. For example, machine value treatment. You have code from previous project, you have also ChatGPT. So what I want you to understand the flow. I'm not much more focused on writing code because we have code help right now. I want you to understand the flow, how the project flow should be. Okay, I have to do missing value treatment. In this case, I have to do outlet detection and removal. So the steps, are you getting the steps? Are you completing the steps in a correct manner? Some people will do feature selection, right? And many of you will skip all of the steps and directly jump into ML, and it may be a case that your accuracy might not be good or model will fail. Then again, so I just want to know your flow. Are you able to do everything, collection to deployment? Deployment is like 99% similar. When you do one project, exactly same similar project, very much similar process. It's not difficult. But coding, like the model building, might be little different, especially the pre-processing cleaning part. Project to project, it may vary. So I want you, everyone, to do this. Maybe after 1 month of class, we will do that, right? Maybe April first week. April first week we can target for one Saturday, where we can continue for maybe little like 1 hour, 3 to 3.5 hours, right? And after that class, next Saturday, I will take a CV preparation class, resume building class, where I will explain everyone about the resume, how to write. It's a generic resume. And I'll show you some templates. What you can do is after 1.5 months, I want everyone to start applying for jobs. That will take some time looking at the market situation right now. So you should not wait till the course is over, right? Even if you are getting rejected, that is fine, but you should be applying for jobs right after 1 month of this course. Once you completed one project end to end, I think you should start applying, right, for jobs. And yeah, so that's how it is. That's why I'm keeping one Saturday, and I think it's good for everyone. So we'll continue Tuesday to Saturday. Okay, fine.
Thank you. So looks
Okay.
like a plan. Like if you go with this plan, probably like I definitely see the benefit. So thank you for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I think this is what it is. Hands-on is very important. Every Because people are cheating and people have this chat GPT and lot of things. Now companies, they don't really, there will be coding test, there will be coding round, but uh, most of the rounds will be on your CV. Honestly, like I am taking interviews every day, and I have gone through interview process recently. Many of my students have gone through. I have seen many of the US students. I was there in a lot of the interviews while they are taking the interviews. I was there, so I have seen the pattern, and the pattern is mostly on your CV. If you can explain your projects very confidently with all the questions, whatever they're asking, 80% chance that you will crack it, right? And most of the questions are real time based. So until unless you have not done the project, it is very difficult to answer those questions. They'll be very particular, and I will tell you what kind of questions you may expect in the CV class, and be prepared. Very similar question you will get. And if you have not done just copy pasted projects from somewhere, I have seen many people, they are taking resumes given by their institute, given by their, prepared by someone else. They just use the template, and it will be a great problem. Honestly, it's better to not use those resume than use, because everything they will ask you is based on your CV and the projects that you have done. If you're not able to explain them those projects, that has a very, very negative impression. You have done those projects, but you're not able to explain them, right? And all the technical things they will ask you based on your project and based on their requirement, obviously. For example, if they need something, they will try to look or search in your CV related to their requirement, what all projects you have done. You can understand before even joining the interview. You can go through the JD and you can understand. For example, recently I have gone through Twilio interview, right? It's a messaging, it's a marketing and branding company, and a lot of the work they are doing on messaging. So Kafka, I expected maybe something related to Kafka and Spark they might ask, because it's a very, very huge volume of data. And exactly the same thing. I have, and you cannot have one copy of your CV, three, four copies, right? Based on the JD, if you have, let's say Twilio is my dream company, I want to apply for Twilio, or Microsoft is my dream company, right? So whenever you find your dream company, look at the JD, and based on the JD, you have to tweak your CV. So some projects, what they are looking, you should write so that it will be shortlisted first. Once it is shortlisted, second thing is you have to answer the questions, like the projects that you have explained. Now let's say some projects you have not. Twilio, it is asking Apache Spark and Kafka. In your entire course or your entire life, you have not done anything, but first thing is you write it in your CV and immediately you do some projects related to Spark, so that your concepts will be clear. Because it is very, very sure that when you go and attend interviews, because the requirement is on messaging platforms, Kafka and Spark, definitely they're going to ask you. Are you getting? So you can easily, there are some tricks. And I'm telling you based on my experience, you can go to my LinkedIn profile and check. I mean, I have around 10 years, 12 years of experience. Two companies with them, I have stayed more than 3 years. One is General Electric, because I have never seen any company like General Electric. This is my favorite company. Anything, everything is good about that company. Everything. It's not a very good paymaster, but for me, payment is not that important. I have other things like work satisfaction, job, lot of innovation, lot of recent trend, right? Work-life balance, everything is good. So I stayed there for 3 years. Except that every company I switch in every like 1 year, 6 months, 2 years, like that. And this is my own experience I'm sharing. Interview cracking is not that difficult. They are also human. You need to read their mind. They're not going to read yours. So what we do, what mistake we do, we have a CV, we just hold on our CV. And we want all companies should, they ask what we want them to ask. No, you should be prepared according to their need. You need a job, right? You need to crack. They have thousands of applications. So you need to think what they need. And based on their requirement, you need to adjust. Means what? They need deep learning. They need generative AI. So you in the JD, it will be a clear description. Based on the JD, you go to LinkedIn. You search in people for that same company, people who are in the same role. You're applying for senior data scientist for Twilio. Go to LinkedIn. Go to senior data scientist. Go to people. Download some of the profiles. Look at the jobs. Look at the projects they are working on, and you will very easily guess what kind of projects they are looking for. Based on that, you tweak before even applying for that job. You modify your CV. Keyword you can match JD, and there are algorithms. There are tools right now. If you want, I can give you help. AI tools, which will give you a score. Your CV versus the JD, how much it is matching. First thing is it should be shortlisted. Then only you will get a chance to talk to them. So make sure your keyword matching is like very good. So it will get shortlisted. After it is shortlisted, before the interview, whoever is taking the interview, that person name will be there. You go to the LinkedIn, you check the person's bio, you see what all projects he is currently working for, right? And you'll get an idea. And you know what projects they will be asking from your CV. Let's say this project. So you practice those projects very thoroughly, everything line by line. Go in front of a mirror, you explain end to end, and then you go to the interview. Definitely you will crack it. We just go blindly. We don't prepare anything, just go blindly, and we miss opportunities. And why I'm telling nowadays, getting opportunity is a very big challenge, very big. The market is so slow, not only in AI, in everything. In AI, at least you will get jobs. Other domains, every domain, they are learning AI to switch. Because of automation, jobs are not in abundance like how it used to be. And this trend, people are telling you lies. They are telling market will go, come up, right? It will be, no, it is not going to be. I don't know about the economic condition. It may be good in some days, but the hiring will be definitely lesser as compared to what we have seen in past 5 years, before 5 years. The hiring will be less. And it is very obvious that it will be less because of automation. If they're hiring 10 data scientists or 10 data engineers in 2012, they might hire 6 data scientists. 50% it will be reduced. So that's the reason when you're getting an opportunity, you should not miss it. If you're really getting some job, some opportunity, should be really prepared for it and go. Just don't go blindly. It's not like the days where we will get a lot of opportunities, hundred of calls. You might have experienced it. And it's not with you, with everyone. With everyone, the number of calls that we used to get is really less as compared to what we are getting now. And it will be the same trend over many years. Why? The reason is AI. Many things are getting automated, right? And that's the reason I'm talking a lot. Otherwise, I think you are smart enough to handle. But these are the small mistakes people do. That's why they don't crack interviews. Otherwise, interview cracking is, honestly speaking, it's not that difficult. Questions are very, very easy. They will ask you based on the fundamentals, not very hi-fi logics. They're not going to ask you from transformers, autoencoders, and all that. They'll ask you simple linear regression and simple logic, right? So to crack interviews, three things: practice project, and practice project. Once you practice a lot of projects, rest all thing will come into place. You will understand how to write your CV. You will understand how to answer things. If you have practiced 10, 15 projects, any company, any different requirement, you can easily tweak your CV based on your knowledge and you can apply. So everything will fall in place. First thing is you need to practice projects. Lot of projects. In this course, we are going to do 3 projects. But based on that 3 projects, I'm expecting you to practice 6 more projects. So total 8 to 9 projects if you practice, you can explain 2 to 3 projects with confidence. Right? Without practice, you cannot crack interviews. Everything is real time based. How you will answer? You have no idea. Right? Project practice is very important to crack interviews. Sorry if I'm talking too much, but these are the things that you should, and I will tell you about lot of these things in the CV preparation class. And I'll tell you the logic, how you can write your CV so that it will be a perfect match with the JD. All the AI tools that I use for keyword scoring and all you can use, right? I'll guide you. Maybe it's a 3 hour class, but not now. Next April first week, mid of April, we will have a CV preparation class where you all can attend. This Saturday, we are planning one for the 9:30 batch. If you want, you can also attend. But for your batch, I think it will be on mid of April, right? Okay, thank you everyone. We'll connect tomorrow.
Thank you so much for the information. Yeah, thank you.